Have you ever seen a bike literally made of winter? No, this is not a movie prop or a commercial gimmick. What you're looking at is a real custom bike from Poland, built using pykrete, a material that's 86% ice. The rest is wood pulp, like sawdust. Pykrete is 4 times stronger than regular ice, and when it comes to blast resistance, it rivals concrete. Not a bad pick for a dream bike. The ice bike looks as fragile as a Christmas ornament, but it handles snowy trails with confidence and delivers eye-catching footage for cycling fans around the world. In a commercial for the Octavia VRS, Škoda featured a really crazy bike. This 3-wheeled beast stood out with a 1.5-meter tall front wheel fitted with aggressive tread, slick rear wheels, and a setup that includes 4 honkers. This tall bike can turn into a chopper bike while you're riding it. How cool is that? The magic lies in a system of gas shock absorbers that responds to the rider's body position. But there's a catch. The moment you stop and put your feet on the ground, the seat shoots upward. So if you plan to get off, you'd better do it fast. If you're ready for a bike that doesn't know the meaning of the word obstacle, then the Rungu Juggernaut is exactly what you need. This is an off-road electric bike with 2 front wheels, but it's not a concept model or a showpiece, it's a production model. The standard version of the Rungu Juggernaut costs $4,300. It can travel up to 32 kilometers on a single charge and handles slippery mud, soft sand, and snow up to 25 centimeters deep with confidence. It can also be ridden in temperatures as low as minus 20 degrees Celsius. With the kind of stability it offers on any terrain, riding the Rungu Juggernaut feels more like driving an ATV. The Hanan Custom LS300 is the kind of bike that makes people stop in their tracks and watch as it passes by. It's one of just 23 exclusive builds. With its low riding position and a weight you can feel in every movement, this chopper demands respect. Speed bumps are a no-go, and getting started often means giving it a good push. There are 2 versions available, one pedal-powered and one electric. Either way, the Hanan Custom LS300 doesn't go unnoticed. And according to one owner, it has a way of emptying your bank account as well. A craftsman from Hong Kong has proven that the only limits to customizing a bike are the ones we set in our minds. Every part of this 2-wheeled beauty is made from transparent materials. You can see the pavement right through the frame, and the chain looks like a shimmering illusion. But instead of looking invisible, the bike grabs attention. It makes you wonder, what if the bikes of the future look like this, merging functionality and art into a single object? Let us know in the comments if this transparent design speaks to you. These bikes seem to defy the laws of physics. What's the secret? Take a closer look. The wheels aren't made of straight-edged shapes, they're curved. These aren't ordinary triangles, but so-called rouleau triangles. Shapes like these come with a few unusual advantages, which is why they've been used in things like cameras and engines. On a bike, they help keep the saddle from bouncing too much so the ride stays smooth, allowing even older cyclists to make fun. Amsterdam is one of the most bike-friendly cities on the planet. So, what better place to unveil the latest cycling marvel? That's where Google introduced this self-driving bicycle that doesn't tip over. It shows up when you summon it with your smartphone, and it can even carry 2 small kids at once. The creators drew on Google's experience with autonomous vehicles to build a bike so smart you could ride it while working on a laptop and chatting on the phone. But here's the twist. The demo video dropped on April the 1st. The stand-up Vari-bike works both your legs and your arms. In fact, riding it feels like going to the gym. It takes inspiration from several sports at once, from rowing to cross-country skiing. The stand-up Varibike offers 4 gears, 5 riding styles, and a limitless amount of fun. Now you can get a proper workout even on your way to work. And thanks to its folding frame, the stand-up Varibike fits easily inside a bus or in the trunk of a car. This clever combination of bicycle and workout equipment has been seen on sale for $1,527. The Monovelo looks more like a ride at an amusement park than a form of transportation, although it does reach speeds of up to 20 km per hour. But how do you brake? Just take your feet off the pedals and put them on the ground. And to stay balanced, lean back a little. Are you ready to steer, or rather to pilot, a vehicle like this? If you already know how to ride a bicycle or a motorcycle, you'll get the hang of it in just a couple of hours. Then you'll be able to cruise around the neighborhood inside a wheel 2 meters in diameter, startling both pedestrians and drivers. Prices for the Monovelo start at $1,790. Australian inventor Thomas Ward built a bicycle with basketballs instead of wheels. This level of creativity definitely deserves a like. The balls are held in place by custom roller mounts. There's a rear-wheel drive system, and it does require a small traditional wheel to function. But the bike still rolls on the basketballs, so the concept holds. The result is unexpectedly agile and undeniably funny. It doesn't just move, it brings the streets to life. And if the rider happens to pass a basketball court, they can get in a bit of practice. The big question is, will we see other versions with different balls, say for beach volleyball? The Stance bike looks like it rolls straight off the set of a lowrider movie. Sleek and bold, it can drop and lift itself thanks to a unique suspension system. The only thing in common with a regular bike is the section between the handlebars and the seat. Everything else was custom built. Interestingly, the Stance bike was eventually sold for just $272. Could this be the ultimate budget custom build? A long front fork, a massive rear wheel, and a tough-looking handlebar. Serbian builders have crafted bikes that truly deserve the title of Kings of the Road. Every single one is handmade to order, and although the builder's website has long since gone offline, their creations live on as legends, still racking up views on YouTube at the very least. Let's assume they're just buried in orders. Because when bikes look this good, who needs advertising or a website? The Materialize bike took the top custom prize at the OBC CruiserCon show in Las Vegas. It wowed crowds in Dubai too, and it even caught the attention of legendary guitarist Slash. One look and it's easy to see why. According to its creators, the design was inspired by the geometric structure of pyrite crystals. The build incorporated 3D printing and a specialized coating technique. Materialize isn't just striking, but fast too. Thanks to its 1 kilowatt electric motor, it can reach speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour. As for the price, this phenomenal custom creation will set you back $250,000. 2 handlebars, 2 independent wheels, 1 revolutionary steering system. The snowboard bike blurs the line between cycling and snowboarding by letting you ride sideways. The right handlebar controls the front wheel, while the left controls the back. Pretty wild. Attention of journalists in China, the US, and all over the world. The creative design, attention to detail, and a bold challenge to convention make the snowboard bike a true symbol of innovation. Here's hoping it inspires more dreamers to imagine roads without limits. Step aside, e-bikes. The Gravity bike is here to prove that speed doesn't come from motors. It comes from reaching a perfect balance between gravity and guts. This bike can actually reach speeds of up to 129 km per hour. At first glance, the gravity bike may look small, odd, or even a little ridiculous. But trust us, that impression disappears the moment you hit the right downhill slope. The best part is there's a full guide to building one on Instructables.com. So, anyone who's interested can build their own gravity bike or even improve it. Maybe you've got a few ideas already. Berlin-based designer Felix Kruschardt has completely reimagined the city bike. His compact little two-wheeler is just 79 centimeters long, making it small enough to fit even in the tiniest apartment. It also qualifies for free transport on public transit. Has just 2 gears and requires you to ride in a somewhat unconventional posture. But the biggest surprise is the price, $2,000. Then again, can you really put a price on never having to hunt for parking or worry about bike thieves? Kruschardt seems to suggest that real luxury isn't about flashy looks, but about flawless functionality and being in sync with the pace of modern city life. You're pedaling, but instead of pavement under your wheels, there's a smooth sheet of water, and the bike seems to glide on wings. This is the Hydrofoiler SL3. Once upon a time, a bicycle like this would have seemed like science fiction. Today, anyone can ride one, if they have $11,000 to spare. The Hydrofoiler SL3 is so easy to use that even complete beginners can learn in just 40 minutes. Its speed is modest, reaching up to 20 km per hour, but it's electric and extremely durable. One charge gives you 4.5 hours of adventure, and the bike supports riders weighing up to 100 kilograms. This bike only reaches about 18 kilometers per hour, even going downhill, but it still beat the competition into the Guinness World Records. Meet the monster known as Little Johanna, officially recognized as the heaviest bicycle on Earth. It weighs in at 2,180 kilograms. The bike is the work of Sebastian Beutler, a self-taught welder from Germany. After 2,500 hours of work, this pedal-powered titan measuring 5 meters long and 2 meters tall is ready to smash records and rack up your likes. The most delightfully absurd bike engineering begins where standard designs end, and here's a perfect example. Drain pipes, parts from golf carts and other unlikely components came together to create a ride that wouldn't look out of place at a car show. This huge vehicle stands 2.6 meters tall, weighs 222 kilograms, and seats 4 riders. Not only does it offer a great view, it's also surprisingly comfortable thanks to the garden chairs used in place of bike seats. The Quiggle bike folds down to the size of a small suitcase, making it perfect for public transportation. In some cases, you can even slide it under your seat. Packed in its branded carrying case, the Quiggle is light enough to sling over your shoulder since it weighs only 10 kg, but unfold it and you've got a fully functional ride. It can hit speeds of up to 30 km per hour and supports riders up to 100 kilograms. Whether it's worth the $1,827 price tag, that's up to you to decide.
Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this review helpful, give us a like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on notifications. Catch you in the next video.